It's another iconic episode. It's one that everyone already knows is great. And it's another one that's a bit difficult to talk about because it's very straightforward. Again. Yeah, that's the problem with reviewing this show. Most of the episodes are so straightforward that they speak for themselves. But, damn it, I love this show and I'm going to try anyway. Especially with episodes as great as this, because this is one of the absolute best of Season 2. No, it's not a perfect 10 out of 10, but it is definitely a fantastic episode regardless. So, let's talk about it together, shall we? What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your station, your number one station for animation, including two brothers of fight and bicker, as well as TV movies. I'm your host, Jazz Small. Welcome back to Drake and Josh-uary. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of Drake and Josh, The Gary Grill. The episode where Drake and Josh get conned into selling stolen grills for two people named Buddy and Guy. And then they get arrested by the police and interrogated. So, yeah, that's pretty much the entire episode right there. But they do so much with that premise that it makes it even more enjoyable and even more funny. So, let's talk about it, shall we? So, the episode opens with one of the best opening gags of the entire show. Like, it starts out like just usual typical fare, and then all of a sudden, Megan shows up, takes the remote, and starts messing with all the graphics. It's one of the funniest, memorable openings in the entire show. It is absolutely hilarious. Then they go to the movie theater, and Drake makes one of Josh's customers go away at the premiere by showing him gummy bears kissing. And then when Josh says that Helen's been on his butt to try and sell more snacks, Drake then uses his Drakeism, as I'm going to call it, to lie to an old lady about a health report that says that you will live longer if you eat and drink such and such. And it works somehow. Like, in the back of my head, I was thinking, this lady already knows that these people are just bullcrapping. But she sells it so convincingly that it leads me to believe she actually did fall for it. Regardless, it is pretty funny. So, then that's going on. Then they get conned by Guy and Buddy into selling these Gary Coleman grills after seeing how well they're selling their snacks. And they don't suspect anything wrong at first, you know. It's a grill with an MP3 player, a very weird combination, but it kind of works. But these things become a hot seller, they make a lot of money off of it, and they get to buy a lot of cool, expensive stuff. Like a soda machine, a glass chess table, all kinds of really, really cool stuff. And it's really cool to see them be successful at something. That is until undercover FBI agents crash their party and send them to jail. Now, yes, this is not the first time we've seen jail in the show, because Drake got almost arrested in the Season 1 finale when he tried to go to a rock shock concert but didn't know that he had fake tickets by his former drummer, so... But this is the one where they actually go to jail for the first time, at least to my recollection. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And all the scenes in jail are just perfect. Like, you have these criminals saying these really dark, messed up things, but it's worded in a way where it's not going to scare little kids. Like, one of the thugs is like, "Do you know what colors your guts are?" I do. And Josh's response to this is just hilarious. Then they each get a phone call. They both call Megan, and Josh accidentally walks too far and yanks the phone out of the thing. But thankfully, Megan actually believed him the second time when Josh called her, because she just hung up the first time when Drake called her. And with the help of the FBI agents, she sets up a stake, and they actually catch Buddy and Guy, freeing Drake and Josh from prison. But not before they meet Gary Coleman. Yeah, like the real life Gary Coleman. And he's not there to thank him for getting his girls back or anything. He's there to get the money. So they lose almost all their expensive stuff except the chair. And then the episode just ends. Yeah, the ending's a little bit quick, but you know what? It's fine because the rest of the episode is more than worth it. Not to mention the setup is a little slow, and as cool as it is seeing Gary Coleman, it's very random, and more than likely most people nowadays don't even know who he is. So, yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It's a fun one, it's a memorable one, it's the first time they go to jail, and it is endlessly rewatchable. Here's my final thoughts. I hope you enjoy. Another iconic episode, and one of the best of the second season. The grill itself is an interesting design. Seeing Drake and Josh getting arrested for, I think, the first time in the entire show, again, correct me if I'm wrong on that, is surprising because it comes out of nowhere. All the prison scenes are absolutely hilarious. The interrogation scene is a very funny parody of real-life police interrogations. The ending is quick but satisfying. The pacing is excellent. The opening is one of the show's best. The humor is fantastic, and the rewatchability is endlessly high. Sure, the setup is a bit slow, and the Gary Coleman cameo is a little odd nowadays, but the rest is more than worth it. It's a classic episode, it's definitely worth a watch, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's on many's top 10 list of the entire show. It's memorable, it's hilarious, it's everything you love about Drake and Josh, and because of that, my final verdict for this episode is going to be a high and well-deserved, but not quite perfect. 9.5 out of 10. I really love this episode. I really enjoy this episode. But because of the slow setup and the odd cameo at the end, not to mention the rushed ending, I can't faithfully give it a 10 out of 10, as much as I want to. But it is still a blast. It is still a fun watch, and you're going to have a great time watching it. It's hilarious, it's memorable, it's iconic, it's funny. It is a classic Drake and Josh episode. Nothing more to say. So, that's it. And now we only have 2 more episodes left until the end. And then the TV movie. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time when we continue our descent into the conclusion with Drew and Jerry.
Lesson how to forget. So listen and you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance, and you won't end up like the fool who ripped his pants.